Okay, looks like recording is working. I want to welcome everyone. My name is Philip Simpson. I'm the Director of Student Affairs for the School of Nursing, and I want to welcome you to the SOAR Nursing Interest Session. This presentation is usually done in a joint effort by the School of Nursing and School of Health and Human Sciences, but today you only get to hear from me, so welcome. And I'm going to go through a PowerPoint presentation, go over all the ins and outs of what you need to know as you embark on pursuing the nursing program. And so let's see if we can get this switched over and see if I have any luck with this. Okay. Oh, wow, it is working. Good. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we do this as a joint session normally, and we do this in partnership with the School of Health and Human Sciences, partly because they have several majors that are in the healthcare field. So it's a nice partnership because, as you may know, nursing is a very competitive program. And so we want students, as they embark on this adventure, getting into nursing school, we want them to keep all their options open. We think it's important for them to consider all majors. Also keep in mind there are other nursing programs out there as well. And we'll talk more about that as we go along. The first slide we have is a picture of our white coat ceremony. And we usually do this every September as we welcome in the new class to the nursing program. And our students apply typically during the sophomore year, and when they start nursing school, they start in a junior year followed by a senior year. So it's a 2-year upper division program. And so the white coat ceremony is when the faculty members call you up on stage and they coat you. So it's their ceremony welcoming you to the beginning of the nursing profession. Some of the things we talk about early on with nursing students is we want you to, the need to take ownership. And as you noticed on the previous slide, the word nurse came up letter by letter. So I'm going to go over how I see it and how my colleague, Britt Flanagan, she works in the School of Nursing as well. We're not nurses, but what we do is we work with a lot of nursing students, and our faculty members, of course, are nurses. This is from our perspective of what we feel the word nurse means to us. So we tried to break down the word. And so anyway, there'll be a quiz at the end of this, so pay attention. So nurse with the letter N, the need to take ownership. It's up to you to make this happen. For some of you transfer students coming in, you may have already started your college career, of course, and kind of have a routine down. There will be a few freshmen starting as well in the spring. It's time for you it's a lot different now than high school was. And getting into nursing school again is very competitive. So we're here to support you, but you have to, the saying, if it's to be, it's up to me. We fully believe that. But again, you're not going about this alone. We're here to support you. We want you to take advantage of all the resources available, but you have to decide if this is going to happen, it is up to me. Some of the things that you need to really take in mind or keep in mind is just the basics. Know your student ID number. It's a 9-digit number. It is not your social security number. They did away with that years ago. But this is one thing you'll learn rather quickly because just about every system you log on to at UNCG requires you to put your student ID. So you'll get that memorized rather quickly. Your PIN code to get into your accounts is something that you have assigned to you. If you're getting into UNC Genie, it's a number code, but if you're logging into your email accounts, it's going to end up being a long, probably 15 letter number combination. So make sure you write down and understand where your login ID and codes are. And each semester you will get an advising code when it's time to register for classes. So that's something you'll work out between you and your advisor. Yes, we ask that you meet with your advisor. This is something we will send out reminders, but it's up to you to follow the guidelines we send out and set the appointments. We get every semester we get students that wait till the last minute or after the advising period's over to say, hey, I'm ready to meet now. And just try to take this part serious, because this is a chance for you to map out a plan and check in with your advisor at least once a semester. You're going to register for fall courses, plan for the spring, or in this case, you're going to register for spring courses and start planning for the summer and fall. It's very important that you go out and look up the academic calendar. Look at when the dates are. There's certain dates, for instance, the last day to drop a class without academic penalty. That is good to know, because if things aren't going so well with a certain course, you can get out of it before the drop date ends. And if you wait till after that date and you drop, then it goes in as what's called a withdrawal with a grade of an F. So make sure you know these dates. It's important to put them on your calendar. Tutoring. We recommend tutoring for every student. I mean, I am not kidding you. If you talk to our nursing students, the students who get into the program, and ask them, did you do tutoring? You're going to hear 95% of the time, yes, I did tutoring. I took advantage of it. And you think about tutoring a little bit differently when you're applying to nursing school than you would maybe back in high school. If you had to go to tutoring in high school, it usually was because, let's say, math, and I'm using my daughter as an example, who happens to be in high school right now. Math was a subject she struggled with initially in high school, and those grades weren't A's and B's coming in when we decided it's time for tutoring. She needed some serious help. In nursing school, getting into nursing school, you've got to think of it as a way to maintain those A's and B's is for tutoring. If you're pulling C's and D's, it could be it could be too late at that point. So we recommend, when you sign up for your schedule, to sign up for tutoring. You get up to 2 classes for the whole semester. So for instance, anatomy and chemistry 2, for instance, those could be 2 of the classes. You sign up for tutoring, you get tutoring for the whole semester. Okay, it's part of your tuition and fees. Be proactive, seek us out. If you have questions, some of you are going to be assigned to Brett Flanagan. Some of you are going to be assigned to me. Some of you are going to be assigned to an advisor in the School of Health and Human Sciences. It's up to you to reach out if you have questions regarding the nursing program, or anything really for that matter. Okay, the second letter in nurse, urgency. I put some funny and good quotes. Some of them are funny. You'll see what I mean. Identify the important and act with a sense of urgency. That's a good one. You must take action now that will move you towards your goals. Develop a sense of urgency. And of course, I had to sneak Yoda in. Do or do not, there is no try. I don't know if that one really fits, but the point being urgency. It's urgent that you take control of the situation now. Nursing, the prerequisite courses are lined up a certain way that you really need to hit the ground running rather quickly. There's not enough time to really just kind of, I think I'll put it off a semester or 2. If you do that, it's likely means you're going to add an extra year or 2 to your plan of study. Some of the other words that jump out, of course, non-U words. I highlighted some of these. Determination, persistence, passion. You've got to have a passion for nursing. A lot of students we've met over the years say, well, I'm doing it because it's good job security, it's good paying job, and we're waiting for the next part of that. Like, okay, and why else do you want to pursue nursing? You've got to have a passion for helping people and being an advocate for your patients. Determination and persistence, that's a key one as well. Sometimes students will get off on the wrong foot with maybe, I'll use anatomy again as an example. Some of these higher level science courses, every once in a while students will start off slowly and maybe not earn the grade they wanted to. We do allow grade replacement up to 2 of these nursing prerequisite courses. So being persistent, being determined, maybe picking up the pieces and moving forward and coming back stronger. That's what it takes to be successful to get into nursing. All right, R, you got to know the requirements. Otherwise, you're just spinning your wheels. I'll show you in a little bit a more detailed version of the requirements. We'll go to our website and I'll show you. But initially, you know, what's important right now? Well, if you haven't started with general biology, and that's biology 111, it's time to get that on your schedule because biology is the kind of the gatekeeper to all the other biology courses, anatomy, physiology, microbiology. You have to have general biology under your belt before you can progress to those courses. You know, chemistry, we require 2 levels of chemistry, chemistry 103 and chemistry 104, along with at least 1 chemistry lab, chemistry 110. You know, you only have 2 chemistries to take, so you do have some time to either take it now or in this fall, or even summer for that matter. English composition, sociology or anthropology, psychology, we'll get into that later. But those are the courses you need to kind of build around. All right, S, success. You have to be successful, particularly in the science courses. Students who do not do well in sciences normally do not get into the nursing program. They have to coincide, basically. You have to do really well in your sciences. And we're talking, you know, aim for A's, and if you fall a little bit short, that's okay. Again, with, you know, there's support here. We talked a little bit earlier about tutoring. You know, there's also a program called Supplemental Instruction. It's essentially a course, I call it almost like a group study hall. But for instance, there'll be a student who will audit the anatomy course. And this student has already taken the anatomy course and performed very well in it. So the biology department hires those really strong students back to sit in anatomy for that semester and then hold 3 sessions a week outside of the classroom to kind of go over the material that was covered. So it's a supplemental instruction program, kind of group study hall, as I mentioned, and it's a chance for you guys to ask some questions and maybe get clarification on some of the material that was presented. Keep in mind with a lot of the big biology courses, you know, they're large, when they're meeting in face-to-face, they are large classrooms, and it's very difficult for the faculty member to stop and answer questions from each student. So supplemental instruction is a great way to kind of pick up some of those items that maybe were a little bit harder to grasp. Study groups, you guys will figure those out on your own. You'll see who's serious about nursing, pursuing nursing. You'll figure that out early on. Students that are taking advantage of supplemental, students that are tutoring, students that'll say, hey, you want to get together and form a study group. Take advantage of any of these strategies. I'm leaving this on here just, you know, it kind of freaks students out a little bit that, oh my gosh, I got to get all these grades to get into nursing school. No, in fact, it's not possible anymore. We don't even give A pluses out anymore. We used to, but the highest grade you can earn is an A. So aim for these grades, aim for excellence in these courses. And if you fall a little short, that's fine. B's or better are usually what it takes to get into the nursing program in these courses, okay? With a strong GPA. And I hinted at the last letter E in nurse, excellence, strive for excellence. You know, our nursing students who get into the program, you know, it's a sense of pride. It's a lot of hard work. They aim for excellence. You know, it's, oh, perfect timing. Excellence is not a skill, it is an attitude. That is so true. That if you talk to the nursing students that, especially ones that struggled initially, who overcame and developed those study skills and started taking advantage of tutoring, it became an attitude for them that they were going to be successful, and they worked really hard. So it doesn't come easy for most students. Just realize you're going to have to put in that extra hard work. Okay, quiz time. We'll go over this quickly. Nurse, I can't see you guys. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Okay, I can't see you. Need to take ownership, right? Urgency. Requirements, know the requirements. You have to be successful in the sciences and aim for excellence, okay? So, this is a good time when our health and human sciences contact, Jennifer Clark, she's my counterpart for the School of Health and Human Sciences. She usually chimes in here. She wants students, just like we want students to know, we're going to ask you, what's your backup plan? And sometimes we get a deer in headlight look like, oh my, what do you mean my backup plan? I want to do nursing. Well, okay. What happens if nursing doesn't work out? And it's not a, fun topic sometimes, but I think it's a necessary discussion to have. If you go into it without a backup plan, you're not covering yourself, okay? Because we have roughly 100 seats each year for nursing school, and we usually get around 200 to 250 applicants every year. If that's all you knew about our program, then you would probably at some point say, well, what happens to you said 100 seats, what happens to the other 100 to 150 who don't get in? Okay, that's a good question. So let's talk about that. We think it's important to have other nursing programs in mind, including both 2-year and 4-year institutions. There's nothing wrong if you go and do an associate's degree in nursing. You can still get your BSN later. Keep those in mind. We have 100 different community colleges in the state of North Carolina. Most of them, if not all of them, have a nursing program. So, if your goal is to become a nurse, yes, we want you to get into our program. But if you fall a little short of our program and I ask you, well, where else did you apply? Nowhere else. I said, well, what about Wake Tech or Durham Tech or Guilford Tech or Davidson County Community College or Forsyth Tech? Or just be open to that, because it is an option. And the last thing we want to do is be the ones that stand in your way of becoming a nurse. Again, our goal is to get you into nursing school. We hope it's with us, but if it's not and you end up going to another nursing program, we're going to wish you the best of luck and congratulate you for getting a seat, because nursing school, again, is extremely competitive. Now, if you're here at UNCG and want to stay at UNCG, we have some wonderful other majors for you to consider. Most students get into nursing because they want to help people. There's all kinds of helping career fields out there. And that's, again, why we partner with Health and Human Sciences, because they have a lot of those, biology, nutrition, human development. You're going to be taking a lot of these courses anyway for our nursing program. Guess what? Those prerequisite courses also apply to many of the other majors here. So think about, you've got some time before school starts. And it's always good to reflect on what it is, why you're pursuing nursing, and just be open to thinking about some of those other majors and career paths that may be out there. Okay. So let's see. There we go. So I mentioned that some of those science prerequisites work for other programs. Some of the other nursing schools require a lot of the same prerequisites we require. So again, you are taking prerequisite courses that can be applied to multiple programs, nursing programs and other majors. Some of the majors at UNCG in Health and Human Sciences are human development, family studies, social work, therapeutic recreation. And you can read this slide, working in pregnancy care centers, foster care programs, crisis intervention centers. You can become a licensed recreation therapist. There's all kinds of paths to helping people. So again, don't rule this out. You may find that some of these majors that I'm showing you on the screen really are what you're more passionate about. So don't be afraid to explore your options. Here's additional ones: kinesiology, nutrition, working with cardiac rehab patients, preparing to become a physical therapist or occupational therapist. A lot of the courses you're going to be taking can be applied to, again, multiple career paths in the healthcare field. Public health education. You can become a community health education specialist. You can work in, speech pathology and audiology. You can help prevent the spread of diseases, work with patients with speech or hearing impairments. So there's all kinds of fields. Here's some of those major, courses that we require you to have that can be applied to multiple programs. You're going to have to take nutrition for us. You have to take biology. You have to take general psych. Yes, statistics is required for our program. It's the only math we require. There are some helpful courses that you can take. This now, Health 113 is not required for the nursing program, but it's a great class, medical terminology. So there's all kinds of classes. The Health and Human Sciences department does have a class called HHS 125, Life Design. It's an optional course to take. But if you're still trying to figure out exactly what you want to do, this is a great class. It forces you to kind of look into what drives you, what your purpose is, your life calling. And it's a really good class. So if you have some time in your schedule and want to add something that's going to help you reflect more on what it is you want to be, we highly recommend this class. There's also it's called Knowing Your Why. It's a video. I won't play it right now. It's about 5 minutes long. It's a really nice, it kind of sums up, why are you doing what you're doing? When you know what your why is, everything becomes more impactful. So a lot of students know, hey, I want to do nursing, but why? I want to help people. Why? So think about those things. Watch that video if you get a chance. It's Knowing Your Why. It's a good video. Okay, so be excited, be disciplined, be open-minded, put your best foot forward. Know that we're here to wish you well in your journey at UNCG, and that is so true. The nice thing about our new School of Nursing building is we're right across the way from Health and Human Sciences. So I can look out my window and see Jennifer Clark's side of her building, and she can see mine. So, and we work closely together. So make use of that. Know that we're right here on the same part of campus, and ask us those questions you may have, okay? We do have our contact information, and I'm just putting the emails here for now. You can find us in the directory. Our phones are not quite working yet for myself and Britt. And I didn't want to put Jennifer's number down there because if you guys are looking to call somebody, well, if I put the only number up there as hers, then she's going to get bombarded. But feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns. Okay. All right. So let me get off this screen. If I can find my mouse, there it is. Okay. Let me show you a couple more things here, and then we'll go. Let's see. What can I show you? Had a couple things pulled up. All right. So let's do this. Let me go to, nope, that's not it. All right, we'll go to this screen. Okay, so this, I hope you can see this. If not, I apologize, but what you should see in front of you is a sample 4-year plan of study for what we call pre-nursing students. We don't have pre-nursing as a major. You're going to be listed as pre-health studies, okay? And that is kind of a holding area. There is no health studies major. You're pre-health studies because you're pursuing nursing, and your major will change to nursing once you get admitted to the nursing program. Right now, we are going through the application period, and some of you who might be transferring in are ready to apply. And the way you know if you're ready to apply is how far along are you with all these prereq courses? Have you taken general biology, anatomy, or AMP1, anatomy, physiology 1, physiology, or AMP2, anatomy, physiology 2, microbiology? Do you have those out of the way? Do you have chemistry 1 and chemistry 2 out of the way? Are you in the process of completing your last science in the spring? You're eligible to apply, most likely. Have you taken statistics, or are you taking it in the spring? You're probably eligible to apply. But if we were starting on a fall semester, you can see it's really 3 semesters in. Once you get to your 3rd semester, That's typically when students apply, is that winter break after their fall semester of their sophomore year. If some of you are starting your freshman year now, but you delayed a semester and you're now starting in spring, you're essentially adding a spring semester up at the top of the page here, right? So you're getting a 4-semester start. You're getting a slight head start on all, and you're able to spread these science courses out a little bit, but you would not apply until after the fall semester of 2022 if you're an incoming freshman. So this would be fall semester 2021. You're in spring semester of 2021. This would be spring semester of 2022, fall semester of 2022, and that's when you would apply. So you can certainly pull out some of these sciences so you don't have to take 2 of them at the same time if you want. So anyway, everybody's situation is a little bit different. I know this may look a little confusing to you, but essentially you're applying, you'll find out the admission decisions are made in early March. And if you're accepted to the program and you say, I'm coming, then we'll help get you registered for your summer courses. Congratulations, you got into nursing school. Now you get to go to summer school. That was different in high school, right? If you found out you had to go to summer school while in high school, that was not a good thing usually. But for us, if you get admitted, you're starting summer school with Nursing 210 and Nursing 220. Congratulations. And then you're off and running. I mentioned earlier, it's a 2-year upper division program. Here's your junior year and your senior year, okay? Junior year and senior year. Some of you come in with a lot of hours and you're already juniors, but if you're not in our program, you're not considered a junior until you're officially in our program, okay? All right, so that's one thing. Let's see what else I can find out here. Screen share, and again, I hope I'm doing this right. Let's see. Let me stop the share and then go back in. I've got too many windows open as part of my issue. I mentioned the new School of Nursing building. I've got a couple of images here. Let's see if this works. Hopefully you can see that. That is like the ground floor lobby. That's the first floor. Our advising center location for the School of Nursing is up here on the 2nd floor near the 2nd floor entrance. But this is a beautiful atrium type area with all kinds of little seating benches on this. It's really interesting. It's hard to describe, but when you see it, it's beautiful. A couple other pictures I took. This is from the 5th floor, looking back down towards our old nursing building, which is right here. This is the Sullivan Science Building down here on the right. And that's where a good number of the science courses are, but they're also going to be in our new building. It's the Nursing and Instructional building. So we have chemistry, we have biology labs in this new building, but you may have some courses down here as well. But this is just a beautiful, beautiful view. This is the side entrance. That previous picture was up here looking back down behind this shot. Nursing and Instructional building. So this is the ground floor 1 entrance. And it's a 5-level building, 5-story building. Here's the 2nd floor entrance. And I think my office is down here on the corner. But if you came in from the Elliott University Center, which is way over here, this is Faust building. This is the oldest building on campus. If you're coming looking for us, just come in these doors, hang a left, and go down the first hallway to your left over here. And you'll see the Student Affairs office. Hey, there it is, Student Affairs. It looks kind of, we've got a sofa here now, so not much has improved since this picture. This is from another view from the 5th floor. That's looking back over towards the library. Again, there's the Elliott University Center over here. But anyway, I wanted to, hopefully you can see that, and I'm not just talking about things you can't see on the screen. I'm not the best with the sharing screen option here. Okay, one more item I want to show you, and then I'm going to let you go. Share screen, here we go. Okay, so this is important to know as well, is how to find us. And I hope you're seeing the UNCG homepage here. So if you just go to search UNCG and type in nursing, that's going to take you essentially to our school. It should be the top choice here, School of Nursing. And I just want to point out some of the resources that are here when it comes up. Hey, there's another view of our building. If you wanted to go out and kind of get a look at the application, we have it posted. So let's say you're not planning to apply until next year. Number one, join us on January 20th. We're going to have a Zoom and we're going to go over the application. So if you want to see step by step, but you can click on this link and it'll take you to the application. Okay. And you can see all the details about it when it comes up. Anyway, I won't go over that right now, but it's there. And I think it's coming slowly. There it is. Okay. It's a pretty easy application to fill out. So never a bad idea to look at it ahead of time. And yes, don't let this fool you. Minimum grades in those classes are C's, correct. That's the minimum we require. We want nursing students, by the time they apply to us, to have as many A's and B's in those courses as possible. We would love your GPA to be a 3.6 overall or higher. Now, 3.6 including your transfer GPA. So we tend to look more at what you've done the last 4 or 5 years. We put more emphasis on that. I get some second degree seeking students or students who have been out of school for a while or who are coming back. Maybe you weren't successful your first time 10 years ago and your GPA was a train wreck. That's okay. I want to know what you've done lately. Okay. So again, if you have questions, everybody's situation is a little bit different. Just let me know. The undergraduate program is what you're pursuing. It's the BSN pre-licensure. And why they did this way, hold on, here it is. Okay, good. No, it's here. We've been doing some website updates as well. But here is a BSN information sheet. Very important for you guys to track this down. It is great late night reading material if you're having trouble sleeping, I can assure you. But it kind of gives you an outline of what are the courses you're taking. Here's those nursing, what we call the prerequisite or cognate courses, C or better. These are the main courses you need to do extremely well in, okay? Here's the application information for upper division. There's something called priority admission. If you are an incoming freshman who has never gone to a different college after graduating high school, you could be eligible for this. So again, let us know if you have questions. We'll help walk you through that. Campus resources, take advantage of these. We've talked about some of the tutoring. There's all kinds of resources here. And then you'll recognize this. This is the 4-year plan of study. Okay, and we have 2 different 4-year plans of study if you wanted to start with a one science. It could still be on a 4-year track, but again, most of you, if you're starting college right now for the first time in the spring, you're gonna be on a 4.5-year track. Okay. All right. That is it, guys. I have rambled on far too long, and I'm sure some of you are struggling to stay awake. I am trying to get my mouse to come back. Here it is. Stop share. Please reach out to us if you have questions. I look forward to working with you guys and helping you on this journey. Have a great start to the semester. Seek us out. Come by and see us in the new building. You know, we're still doing a lot of Zoom appointments. So if you have questions and want to meet with one of us, you know, send Britt or myself an email and we can set up a phone appointment or a Zoom appointment. And again, look at your individual situation. So I wish you well as you start your career at UNCG and, you know, best wishes. Take care. We will see you in the hallways.